Welcome everybody to another episode of Found Purpose. I'm your host, Cortland Fields. Let's get into it. What's going on, everybody? I'm gonna be completely honest with you. So recently I was triggered, and before I did this podcast, I wanted to make sure that my spirit and everything was clean before I do it. Because if I would have did it in the present, in that present moment, it'd have been very negative. And sometimes you just gotta sit back and think that we all learning. And I have to have a forgiving heart. That is my whole thing. I have to have a forgiving heart because sometimes people just do things that they just don't realize they're doing, or because of the simple fact they don't know how to change. And so I had to realize that because karma is a bitch. And you could do so many things to hurt people, but I choose not to. Sometimes people play on your niceness, and I had to realize that sometimes that's going to happen. And this is what I want to let you know is that this is why I'm telling you, you have to fight. Because people in this world would try to make you kill yourself. I don't know if they know or not, but I need you to know better. I need you to get better. Because these people will damage you. And sometimes that's the way life is for them. That's all they know. But I was triggered. I want to be in a positive space. I want to make sure that I get my spirit right before I deliver this message, because these are some of the things that you're going to have to do. And these are some of the things that you're going to have to face. And it's real. So I want to make sure that I practice what I preach. So doing this podcast, it's been having low success to moderate success. And people have been reaching out, family, friends, just telling me how good they like the show or people I'm helping. And that's the experience that I want people to get from this, is that you're not alone. But when some people see that you're doing good, they want to hate on you. And hate is different from jealousy. Jealousy is basically when somebody's jealous of you, they're jealous of the materialistic things that you have. They don't know how you got it. They just see that you have it. They don't know the behind the scenes of what it is that you got, or how you got there, or how you got that position. They don't see how hard you're working. So they comment, and it's like stones, oh, he or she must have got that, or they must have did this, or they must have been doing that. Because they really don't know. That's jealousy. But then you have people that hate on what you got and what you have. The difference between jealousy and hating is when somebody know the hard work that you put in, and you did it, and you took the time to do it. You learned, you perfected. You perfected your craft to get better. And because they were too lazy, now they're hating. You probably hear the air AC just came on, so excuse the noise. But they probably hating because of the simple fact that they didn't do the work. So now it becomes a toxic place. So they always want to bring up your past. You're past your past. You're moving forward, but they're stuck there because they never did the work to get from there. So they cannot forgive you. And they're never going to forgive you. They're going to use it to manipulate the situation at hand. And they try to make it feel like it's your fault. If you're moving past something, move past it. If you're going to forgive someone, forgive them. Don't bring up the past, because all it's going to do is trigger. It brings up triggers that can easily set anyone off. And so they could play as if they want to be your friend and stuff like that, because that's who they are. But then they always throw up something in the past, and maybe they're scared of moving forward. Maybe they're scared of doing the work. But that is not on you. You do not carry the burden for someone that wants to be arrogant, ignorant, and just stupid. And that's all it is stupidity, because they cannot foresee how you made it and they can't. You did the work. And so they stuck there. And anytime they talk about you, and those are the people that's really talking about you. Now you get your jealous people that's talking about you, but then you get the haters that's talking about you. But it's a different type of talk when haters and jealous people talk about you. Okay? Jealous people is talking about the facade. They making up rumors. They saying probably, maybe. Haters, oh, this person's crazy. This person's doing this. This person, I know them. They don't know them. I had wrote a poem called Pause a long time ago, and it's going to be in the book called Hating to Love My Life. That poem, Pause, is so equivalent to what is going on in my life today. Because I had to take a pause on me to look at you. I had to pause myself to look at you. You're not jealous of me. It's not envy. Have you ever met someone, y'all connect so well? Could be childhood, whatever. Because y'all both in the same place at the same time. We all got along because we were all going through basic training. And we were all going through the same thing. That's what connected us. Because we were going through all the same thing. And sometimes when you at work, you connect with somebody because you're going through the same thing, the same trauma. And so y'all connecting, y'all talking with the vibe as well and stuff like that. You feel good. I always tell my people in the military, do not get married. Sometimes they get married real quick. And then next they divorce. Because they didn't take the time to get to know each other. And it's not saying that both people are wrong. Sometimes you just got to take the time to get to know someone and pump the brakes and be like, okay, what's good after this? And sometimes people just don't know. You live and learn. Everything that comes along in your life, you live and learn from it. And what I have learned through the years, through friends, relationship, family, is that sometimes I have to take a pause on me to look at who's around me, who's surrounding me. You're in my face saying, yeah, you're doing this, everything is good and stuff like that, and we having good time because we vibing. And you don't realize that sometimes I may be hurting. And when I'm hurting and I'm depressed, you take that opportunity to go out, have fun, do what you're gonna do. And then you send me pictures, videos, oh, look at this, da-da-da-da-da. You send me pictures of your ex. You constantly do things to keep me in that depressing state. And friends do that. They talk you out of doing something that you feel is right in your heart. Now, some friends have a good reason because they do know you and they genuinely want to know, but you will recognize that. You will recognize when a person is doing something from their heart. Or you would come to recognize when it's out of malice attention. Because of the simple fact that the point where you at, the lowest point you at right now, you're going to start learning a lot of things about people, how they move, who's there for you, who's listening to you, who has your best care. I always say, God, whatever I'm going through, please remove anything that is negative from around me. And you'd be so surprised how many times I lost my phone. I don't have people contacts no more. People stop hitting me up. Relationships, you just start getting in this place where relationships is you just start arguing back and forth. Just because I made this simple prayer, Lord, please, in the name of Jesus, remove whatever is not serving me. And then he removes it. And sometimes we don't like how the universe removes things from us because we don't understand that we are loving a certain situation, could be a job or whatever. It's like, I've been in this job for 10 years and now it's being interrupted. Yeah, God is moving you. The universe is moving you. You've been in a relationship for 5 years, all you think about is the past. And it's like, after all we've been through, yes, after all you've been, this is time you got to walk away because you've been through a lot. And sometimes you don't see it off the bat. Sometimes you're just so blinded by the situation and you got too comfortable in a situation that now it has to be shaken up. Your world has to be shaken because the universe, God sees that you have more potential. You can do things, you can get better. And you are going to get better because have you ever been in a job and you just stagnant? You're like, what is my life becoming? I want to do something more. Or you realize the certain friends that you're hanging out with is like, who are they going to be tomorrow? What are you doing? What's your plan? What's your goal? Have you ever grow up with somebody and then 5 years later, 10 years later, you see them like, oh, I'm glad to see you, da-da-da. And they're doing so much better. And then y'all connect. And it could be a person that you never really got along with in high school or whatever. But all of a sudden, y'all connecting because y'all vibrations, your energy is up and you're succeeding. Y'all wasn't talking, y'all didn't have the same energy levels or y'all wasn't on the same page back then, but now y'all are. And now y'all talking, having great conversations. And you're like, oh, this person's a really cool person. And sometimes you'll run into the person that you had hurt before, but y'all would talk about it and they'll go, it's water under the bridge. We were young back then. And they genuinely mean it. This is now. I have never met a person who has good vibrations that I've hurt and genuinely meant and said, I forgive you. They really brought up the past. They don't bring up the past because they're moving forward. We may talk about certain things, the things that didn't hurt, the things that didn't get in the way. Whether I did something to them in school or whatever, we don't talk about those things. We talk about the now and how we're going to move forward. But when somebody constantly wants to put you down and bring up your past, especially when they know that you have been through so much in your life. You could have been, like for me, I've been seeing therapists. I'm okay with it. Yeah, I've seen a therapist. Mental health issues, I was going through a lot. I had to, let me tell you something. The reason why I have so many stories because I was so hard-headed. I would not listen to God. I would not listen to the universe. Every time I would get something, I would ruin it. I would sabotage myself. And God would not move me. He would not progress me. I remember growing up around like, this is not my life. I'm not supposed to be here. And it's the truth. I was not supposed to be there because God put me there because he knew I had the potential to move forward. We all have the potential to move forward. But sometimes we get stuck. We get stuck in that pattern, that behavior, that toxicity that just keep us grounded. It's like quicksand just pulling me back down. And it's like, dog, I gotta get away. And you gotta fight. You gotta fight like hell to get away. Even if it means leaving people behind that you really love. They don't want to do the work. You could be in a relationship and it's all good right now. And then the next thing you know, you want more. But that person that you with or your friends, they don't want more. They're stagnant. They're good where they're at. But you're not. You know you're destined for more. And you have some friends that would just big you up and be like, yo, congratulations. It's cool. I'm glad you're going. I'm glad you're getting out of here. I see you doing your thing. But then you have those other people. Why are you doing that for? They're only going to do this. They're going to tell you, no, all right, whatever, because you're black and you can't do this and you can't do that and you can't do this. It's never going to work for you. I seen this 100 times and I seen this 100 times before and it never worked. Guess, yeah. Well, you're about to see it 101 times because you never seen me do it. And if you seen me do it and I didn't succeed and I keep on failing, guess what? You're about to see me do it again. And if I fail, so what? At least I have something. At least I have something that I'm striving for, something I believe in. Instead of trying to put me down, help me, guide me, encourage me, give me a word of inspiration. But don't tell me what I can't do. Never tell me what I can't do. Because all my life, I've been proven to do the impossible. I'm going to continue knocking down walls for myself. I'm not in competition with no one. I'm in competition with myself. I'm not perfect. I'm perfect for me. And the way I'm living my life right now, my imperfections are my perfections. I don't got time to be where you at. It doesn't serve me. All you're doing is hurting yourself. The reason why you're hating, the reason why you can't move it in your friendships or your relationships is because when we first met, we seen the hurt in each other. That's what connected us. The pain, the trauma. But as I was being depressed, you was hiding your depression. You wasn't doing the work. You kept on hurting other people that hurt you. And the reason I know, because I was you. We see each other. That's why there's such a strong connection. And when we talk to each other, there's no bullshit. Because I see you for who you are. And you see me for who you want to be, who you strive to be, who you stop trying to be. You're not jealous of me. You hating yourself because you see yourself in me. And you want to find out what I'm doing. You want to find how I got through it, but you're going about it the wrong way. A person that's pure in heart, they don't have any ill will to try to be in competition. They will show you. They will help you. But you're so obsessed with trying to be better. They dress it up. Whether it's with fancy cars, name brand clothes, whatever, they always trying to look to stand out in front of the crowd. When you're making stuff, putting stuff on, you don't got a lot of money, but you do what you got to do. You know your clothes match. And people are drawn to that because you did the work within your soul. They're masking it. So when you go around people and they start taking to you and start liking you, the other person, your friends or whoever you're with, starts to get upset because you're getting attention because they see how pure you are. But then you have friends or somebody say, oh, no, they're not pure. I used to sell drugs with that person. I used to do this with this person. That person was a hoe. This person was a slut. They start trying to bring up your past. I was with my aunt one day a while ago, and she saved. And I remember she ran into a friend, and her friend was like, oh, hey, girl. And you know, they did all that girl stuff. Hey, girl, da-da-da. And stuff like that. How you been? And stuff like that. And my aunt was like, oh, I'm saved, just came from church and everything. And she's like, yeah, so you don't go over to such and such? And she's like, no, no, that's not my life no more. And the lady says, oh, what? So you think you're too good for us now? I was shocked about my aunt's response. She said, yes, I am too good. And she walked off. And I was like, yo, that is wow. But I didn't understand what she meant. Here's what my aunt meant, as she told me. She said, I am better. I am better than her because what she just tried to do, because she know me and I know her. And she tried to bring me back down to that level. She said, that ain't nothing but Satan. And I'm God's child now. And I refuse to go backwards. When you're in that position, when you're that low, yes, I am better. Not materialistic, but spiritually, mentally, heart-wise, I am better. Because no good spirit will want to tear you down when they see you trying to come up. And that right there was a valuable lesson to me. When I see other good spirits that I connect with, I don't say, oh, I think I'm better than you. No, we're the same. We're the same. But a person that's trying to, yeah, I'm better than you, because I would never do what you do to me. That's the difference. I come with peace. It's easy for me to get on this podcast and talk and dish everybody's dirt. But what good is it going to do me? It doesn't serve me. It doesn't serve anyone. It creates more hurt. And see, people want you to do that because they want to prove to other people, I told you he was a messed up person. I told you he was right. He's phony. No. He make up stories. They will do anything to assassinate your name, to assassinate your character. People will trigger you. But don't you give in. And like I said, I'm not no big time celebrity or nothing like that, but I'm still going through stuff. But I made it. And I refuse to go back. And here's the thing I want you to know. You spending so much time, especially women, you spending so much time to get this man back on his feet and you trying to care for him. And he's saying, I'm sorry, I would never do this again. I would never hurt you. I would never put my hands on you. You want better and you are being stuck right along and he's draining. He's draining you. And as soon as he gets on his feet, he leaves you. Because you're not the star you once was. You allowed him to get brighter than you. You stopped shining for yourself. So now, they outshined you, and now when you need help, they can't help you. But don't hate them. I'm not mad. I don't even want revenge. I just feel sorry for them. If you love me like you say you love me, then you catch up to me. The best thing my wives ever did to me was leave me. Leave me right there and all that bullshit. And I had no choice but to be the same or grow up. And I appreciate them for leaving me there because they would not tolerate my garbage. They wanted more. They love themselves more than they love me. But I have so much respect for that. They had the ability to leave me. This will be hard because this could be your mother, your father, your sister, your brother, aunt, uncle, cousin, grandma, grandpa. You're not responsible for them. You're responsible for yourself. No, I'm not giving you another chance. I don't hate you, but I am going to continue to keep walking forward and moving forward. I prove my love by standing by you, helping you and guiding you because you had insecurities. You kept on coming back saying, oh, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. But guess what? Nothing changes, does it? They still do the same thing over and over again. They keep putting you down. So now, I need you to prove your love to me. If you love me, then you will catch up. And when I say catch up, I mean you would do the work. You would do the work that is necessary to catch up so we could be on the same page. No one is holding you back but yourself. And pretty soon, everybody see you for what you are and who you are. And it's lonely. Now, I may come back to check on you, but that's just a visit. Not spending the night, no week stays. Just seeing if you're ready to move forward. I pray for my friends every day. Right along with my family, everyone. Even the haters. Because the haters are the ones that could really speak because they know how hard it is. They've seen you grow. Jealous people, once they hear your story, they're not jealous no more. They're like, I didn't know that. Oh my gosh. But your haters, they seen the work. They seen you grow. They seen the hustle. I always say a hustler knows another hustler. They don't make up stories. They don't try to bring up stuff in the past that happened like a year, 2 years ago, and why you do this and why. Nobody got time for all that. Why you didn't address that then? I'm not going to revisit the past. Get over it. If I say I didn't do something, I ain't do it. I don't gotta prove myself to you or nobody else. You are not my mother, father, or my Lord and Savior. I don't gotta prove nothing to you. Because guess what? I'm still moving forward, and guess what you're looking like? A fool. Bringing up stuff in from the past when everybody's trying to move forward. And when you see people like that, leave them. As much as it hurts. And I know it hurts when you gotta leave a loved one, especially someone you love. When you gotta leave your child because they just don't listen. Or your mother because she just wanna keep putting you down. You don't have to take it. Be better. They always say, oh, you don't love me because you love me when no, you don't love me. Show me that you love me now. I don't need nothing materialistic. What I need is your love. A love from a friend, a love from my family, love. A love from my spouse. Love is pure. Love is kind. It does not hate. And you can't move from that. That's why I gotta continue to pray. That's why I had to wait to do this podcast, because I'm not going to be the person to stoop down to your level. I'm gonna level up. I'm gonna be that light. So think of it this way. As we all look at the stars in the sky, some are closer, some are far, but they all bright. It makes the night look beautiful. Because we're at the bottom, looking up to the stars. I need you to become that star. And as you surpass the person, all they're gonna do is look up to you. Because they never did the work to get to your level where you're at. So as you're leveling up, they're gonna keep on looking and keep on hating and keep on pretending. A kind thing to say about anyone cannot even point out the mistakes they made. You ask them a question, they generalize everything. It's like a person wanna generalize and say sorry for what they did as a whole, but then they would pick out different things that you have done in your life, like A through Z. Like, do you have this written? Oh my gosh, was you keeping notes? And that's their way of tearing you down because they can't get past of what happened, whether you were wrong or right. They can't let it go. And the reason why you want to stay with them is because you see yourself in them. Just like they see them in you, you see the hurt in them. So you recognize it and you cheer them on and you try to boost them up and you try to encourage them to help themselves to get there. But they don't want to do it. They want to keep tearing you down because misery loves company. And they feel like if I tear you down, then you're still here with me. No, leave their ass right there. Leave them. It's going to hurt. But if they love you enough, I don't care who they are, then they would do the work and get help. And then they would catch up. But if nobody's doing that for you or catching up mentally for you, don't put yourself out there. Don't backtrack. Fall in love with being uncomfortable. A good actor friend said that to me one time because I was hungry and I wanted to eat more than I wanted to go on stage. And he was like, you need to fall in love with being uncomfortable. Fall in love without being perfect. You're going to mess up. You're going to have people in life that's going to test you. But I need you to be strong. And you're going to get through this. You're going to get past them. You don't have to hate them. If you see them and they still have that evil spirit in them, oh, just leave. Leave them there. You're still not where you're supposed to be. Your spirit will know when they're ready. Keep praying for them. That's all you really can do. No, not really, because the best thing you can do is just leave them there. Nobody's going to get better unless they help themselves. Once people start helping themselves, that's when other people want to help you because they see you trying. And you got to let people in. So what? You've been hurt in your last relationship. So what? They did whatever they did to you. That is not the current person. You're going to keep on putting that current garbage on the other person. And now they don't even want to be with you because you have too much garbage in your life. You're too toxic. Now they got to separate themselves so they could clean out that garbage from their heart so they could be pure again. While you still letting that garbage manifest in your heart and you become ugly. Nothing's working out. And it's everybody's fault except for you. Everybody's fault except for you. Be the bigger person and get yourself help. Because nobody want to see anybody fail with a good heart. Because if I can do it, you can do it. Stop looking for instant gratification. I took a pause on me so I could look at you. You could be damaged, broken, shattered, but anything is fixable. You need to heal in the spirit. Enjoy and be blessed.
This has been another episode of Found Purpose. Remember, your spirit is never too broken, shattered, or damaged where it can't be fixed. Put God first and everything is fixable. Let's start healing in the spirit.